2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win, you'll certainly build your confidence. Oh, that was pure. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's about 155 from this whole location.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. Henny, how's that ball lie?
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
Time now for the fourth shot. "13 feet to the hole."
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
And unfortunately, it's going to be a drop shot to begin the day.
And a stumble on the opening hole never sets the tone very well. It'll be interesting to see how they react.
He's currently sharing 8th position. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Going for this green in two, Rich. It's an exciting but daunting task.
The green is minuscule for back in the fairway. You know that you have a little bit room over to the left, but you're going to fall off into the low area, and if you miss it out to the right, you're going to find a very deep bunker on the right-hand side of the green. There's really no great miss around here, but if you're going to go for it, you have to know that your short game is going to bail you out no matter where you miss it.
Setting up here with a very long putt. That'll sting a bit.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of the green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Okay, let's get back to the action. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, that's a bonus. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, Seti would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Currently 1 under for the round.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par four to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par four. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
And he's hit that inside the range. This one's for birdie. Go on, get in the hole. That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. And in it goes for the par. Still in the lead now after that hole. Right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout. Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the fifth. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Little birdie looking here.
That's frustrating. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Currently 1 under for the event. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. And that makes him tied for first. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4 for 7.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
That was wonderfully done. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Hear the ball, Danny. No. Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make a par here. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. And it's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flag stick there. This hole will grab your attention as it should because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Was on a good line. That's disappointing. Putting for par. Okay, let's head to the next. Currently 1 under for the day. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
That's not the one he wanted. After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. That gets the job done. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be fun here.
Ooh. Let's take a look at the current standings. Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich, trying for the lead as they make the turn.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Wonderfully played. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Ooh, that almost went down. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Reminds me of the song by the Tubes, She's a Beauty.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? It's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole is no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left, you can lay it up over to the right, you can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
I love this type of coverage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cut. Their boldness paid off. They've got this for the eagle.
Oh, so close. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just 3 feet to the cup. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
The tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they'd better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right, in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on the driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
This putt for par here. It's half a chance of being hole, this one. Now 2 shots up after that one. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 course.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
After that hole, this player is currently in first place, with Colin Morikawa in second. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second night at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this plane, some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped. Big putt for par coming up. It's got a chance. Yeah, we'll take that. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Setting up here with a very long putt. Well, that's going to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a shoot off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Well, out of the bunker and onto the green, but still a fair bit of effort to go here. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Ooh, right by the hole. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. This one's heading left, I think. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Well, there's the line, the green side bunker. Can they get this one up and down? This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, but by the green. That's a high quality recovery shot.
Judging it beautifully.
He sits in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 317.
When you play here a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. That's frustrating. No, that's too bad. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Well, a disappointing double bogey for our leader there, but that's provided some wonderful opportunities for the chase pack. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Just one off the lead after that hole. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 418. Wonderful only for the spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
This putt is for a score of 72. And that'll do it. That's all she wrote, folks. Rich, there was a lot of pressure on this player's shoulder to perform here this week. Do you think it was just a little bit too much pressure?
I don't think it was too much pressure, Luke. I just think that the other players outplayed him. This player just never seemed to kind of get it going when they actually needed to the most.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Bean, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our feature group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of 2 players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Collin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but perhaps some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Collin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron play as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Collin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning a decent rate of knots. Got some good distance on that one. Getting ready to play their third. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Oh, what a lovely shot. They'll be delighted to be inside the range there. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard that one. And this putt coming up for his par. Yeah, that putt was pushed. Well, that's not the most positive of starts, getting underway over par.
Yeah, but if you look how they played the hole, it was disastrous. Lucky to walk away with a bogey.
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort. Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot, you want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
That's it, it's okay. And here we are with the third shot. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Now over to Collin Morikawa.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward. And there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Yeah, they Houdini'd that. That's brilliant.
Putting for birdie here. Oh, just missed. That'll sting a bit. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Just didn't draw. Let's try and make this one. Only dropped the one shot. Sitting at a couple over for the day.
255.
The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property. You're going to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Well, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
stretching out over 600 yards, whereas the par 5 fifth is no snap.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, time to return to the action. And here we are with their 4. He's 2 shots back. How close was that to going down? Like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
He's currently the share of 11th place. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I gotta have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is lovely.
Not the result they were after there.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault missing the green.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. Okay, steady now. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Colin Morikawa coming in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. If you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. Let's return to live play now. Time for the second shot at the 8th. "13 feet to the cup."
Now this is important. This for par.
Well, that's a nice line. Was it a good line? Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Just can't seem to get off the bogey train here, Rich.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. Ball's driving.
But she just can't.
Today as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill, and once again with the pin position over on the right hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Handy effort, that one. Here's a look at Bubba Watson from earlier. Here's a great shot from our player currently in second. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
We need this one to bounce right. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Now that's a mistake. How do you leave that short?
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
And as we transition into the back nine, Rich, what are you seeing out there so far?
Wow, this has been entertaining so far, hasn't it? The players behind their rival at the turn, but that's just temporarily. They got 9 more holes to go, some good opportunities on the back nine to catch them. Let's see how this all ends up.
That's some good golf right there. Needs this one to kick right. Is that what they had in mind? Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, well played.
Such soft hands.
Our leader is Colin Morikawa as we head to the next. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. On the right-hand side of the fairway, you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad lead. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Lovely effort that. And here we are with the third shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. That's tidy. And he's down there. You got a read?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Ooh. And this one is for his par. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Oh, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Now the birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee, a short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, we're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
And he's down there.
I think he's got around 135.
Not bad. Well, an important part here in terms of the tournament. A chance to move inside the top 10. Three feet to go here to the hole. Oh, that's a clutch par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Look, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Very crafty, that shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in two, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the pace. Well struck. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
This putt is about 8 feet. That was a gallant attempt. Well, I don't mind this par putt. That's frustrating. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot this. Well played. This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard. Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for a par now. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. You'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt. And that should secure the par of this one. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 play up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. He has this putt to save his par. Looking really good, this one. Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. You finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. What's in front of them, Penny?
This one will run uphill.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit. And this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Pretty good shot there.
This putt to move into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Oh, just missed. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Nice stroke. That signs off on this player's performance for the day. And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Luke, thank you so much. I'm not sure anyone enjoyed watching these incredible rivalries out on the course more than me. A pleasure, as always, to tread the fairways.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Gilby, and this is the Paddock and folks at TK Sports. Thanks for coming. Look forward to the next time you join us.
Ugh.